overheated, and like the phone that I use for my camera literally overheated and was like, oh, disconnect. Cool. So we're back. I'm sure I just lost people, and I apologize, but we're still here. We're still making breakfast. I am going to now get this flat top heating up. Flat top, yes, flat top heating up. So hopefully people start gathering. I am checking the potatoes now. Exercise. The phone overheated and knocked me off live. You feel it?
Wow. Is
Like
it because this here?
I literally just turned it on. No, it's because like because it's open. But I'm on now, so I gotta check the potato. Salty. All right, so if you're just not joining back, I'm not looking at the phone, so I can't see. I'm in the oven, about to flip these taters, so we can play the switcheroo game in the oven. So just give me a second, and I will come back. My flat top is heating up, and it's probably gonna overheat too. So we will see. Actually, I forget about the life and like overheating components. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go get this fan. So I can show you this. I'm flipping the potatoes. These were on the bottom rack. So remember I said I like to flip them on upside down. Thank you. I like to flip them up face down so that the bottom part can get cooked essentially. And then we just, I told you yesterday, I don't feel like I can feel heat no more. So we're just going to do that. Oh, and that one somehow got reversed. And then flip, 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 flip. And flip. There. So we're gonna switch the top to the bottom. All right, so we're going to. I'm pulling them out. My bad. All right, so we're gonna flip the top to the bottom. These were on the top rack, so they're actually not really to the point of where I want to flip them. We'll flip that one because it's thin. We'll flip that one because it's thin. We'll flip that one because it's thin. How are y'all looking? Y'all are smooth. That one could be better, but we'll take it. And then, let's see. Nope. I want you to be cooked more. About this one. Nope. I want you to be cooked more. I absolutely talk to my food. This is absolutely a thing. Just like people talk to their plants, I talk to my food. It's how you give love. And my husband took one. It's fine. So I'm about to put this on the bottom rack to help these cook quicker or cook through, because the top rack will be done soon, and then I will be able to actually get the bacon in the oven, and we can talk about the bacon because the bacon is quite interesting. So this is still warming up. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully this phone doesn't overheat because it's over the heat. But you know what? I'll let it overheat to the side or heat up on the side, so that way it won't heat the phone as it's heating itself up. See? We found solutions. Welcome in, y'all. I'm making breakfast for dinner. I had an original plan of doing a lentil dish, but plans change. And I wanted to still fulfill the obligation or self-obligation to go live tonight. So we making breakfast for dinner. That's one of my family's favorite things. It's quite simple for us to make and eat. And yeah, if you've eaten breakfast for dinner, you understand. So I have my griddle heating up, and honestly, I was just online, and my phone overheated, so we're back at it with another phone. And I remembered to put the headphones in this time. Ooh, so hopefully y'all can hear me clearly. I say that. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, you should be able to hear me clearly. Um, I guess I could have asked. Can y'all hear me? I still have the sausage cooking, so we're waiting for those to cook. I flipped one pan. I flipped both pans of the potatoes. One pan naturally is cooking faster than the other because of the positioning in the oven. If you know anything about having to cook two things at once, you absolutely have to switch the pans around in the oven to ensure. I don't even want to say even cooking because I can't even ensure that it's even cooking. But you want to ensure that if you want to ensure that your stuff is getting cooked all the way through, you better flip the pans in the oven. The sausage that I'm cooking currently is turkey sausage. It's the store that we went to. It's their brand sausage, but like I explained before, it's sausage that we can say all the ingredients to, and it's no weird additives in it. So, again, appreciative of the small things such as that, and they have a pretty good quality of meat in there from their brand selection. I'm trying to not like shout people out and get them bread, get them money. No, it's not your Wi-Fi. It was me. I think, or at least I think it was me. I don't know. I don't live with you, but yeah, I think it was me. So it was my wonderful phone overheating and like clunking out, and I had to hurry up and try to scramble to find the other phone. I'm glad this was charged. So all is well. We're back down. I was saying that I've switched the potato. I flipped the potatoes. That's the first thing that I did. The griddle's heating up currently, but I didn't want it to heat over the phone and then produce that same situation that just occurred. So it's heating off to the side. I now have a fan blowing. So we are learning as we are working. Um, things I don't think I accounted for to be occurring in the moment of doing a live. So yeah, things that we now know. Be prepared for anything that can happen. Technology is wonderful. Um, so this is actually getting warm. It's pretty warm. Yeah, it's warm. Um, I don't use oil for my pancakes because this is a flat top, because it's pretty well used at this point, and there's only a few scratches on it. I don't use oil. And oil, if you know, gives you those nice little crusty edges. Those are great for when they're great for. I don't want them right now, so we're just gonna do the simple even top pancake. And my handy dandy quarter scoop. When I tell y'all, I found this little trick out. Like using a quarter scoop gives you the perfect circle pancakes if you do it correctly. Um, I found this out a few years ago, and I've never gone back since. It's like it's some quite amazing trick, and I don't even want to call it a trick. It's just a hack, I guess. But like, yeah, you dap it down, boy. Look at that circle. So yeah, no, use a quarter scoop, and I've used it with the scoops that have like the little, the spout on the edge, and it works just the same. So it's honestly, it's your technique of shimmying it out your scoop. So if you don't have if you have a quarter scoop, use it and definitely see the elegance of a circle pancake, like how you get at the restaurant or whatever, without needing like some little contraption to scoot it out the thing with like the handle thing and whatnot. So to be honest with you, I am going to get maybe one more on this thing. I can usually get six, and um, but right now I'm gonna get five because I don't want them to touch. I would like to retain my perfect circle, but I'm gonna slide it over to the side so I don't heat my phone. Okay, so that's off to the side. I am now gonna go check the sausages. Hey everybody that's tuning in. I'm making breakfast for dinner, obviously, as the title says. I'm periodically checking different parts of it because my setup is stationary and I'm not trying to move setups and move stuff around. So just bear with me. It's like all my pants got wear and tear on them. I literally need to get me some new ones, but obviously there are things that are more important. So pans are not them, but yeah, they look fire though. Not gonna lie. And if you're just popping in, if you can, hit the like button. Help generate the viewership that was just here due to my failure of my phone overheating. But let's look at the pancakes. If you know about pancakes and the bubbling of the pancakes, you know when it's time to flip. I am going to let them rock for a little bit longer. All my family likes like a little bit more brown pancakes. Growing up, my mama used to call them light skinned pancakes because she used to like the more brown ones too. Me personally, I like the light skinned pancakes. It's like I like a light skinned cookie. I don't know what it is, but yeah, this is like, it's just funny stories again from childhood. But they're still trying to bubble up. They're not, I don't think they're ready yet. They obviously are ready for somebody, but in my opinion, they're not ready yet. So we're going to let them sit for a little bit longer. Oh, my husband is a complete fan of crispy edges. He used to tell me about his grandma who would make pancakes in the cast iron skillet. And like, if you know about cast iron skillets, and you only getting one pancake at a time. So he said he would sit there and wait for his little stack of pancakes, but they would be all perfect. And I said, nah, that's love. And only love from a grandma, man, because I don't know if I'd be trying to do one pancake at a time. Meanwhile, my son really likes waffles, and I have a waffle iron that is literally one waffle per scoop. I absolutely was making this little boy waffles. So I guess when you love somebody, you do what you do for them, and that's what it is. So, you know, hopefully you have someone, or someone loves you that same way. But yeah, man, it's very interesting when you give in to kids, and it's like, ugh, okay, I guess I'll slave away at the waffle iron for about 4 or 5 pancakes. And to be fair, he doesn't want that many. But if I'm gonna make one, I might as well make 2. I might as well make 3, and just have them for future reference. So yes. All right, so now they're ready. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Me and my husband had a flip off one day because he underestimated my flipping skills. Yeah, it's certain things that I have confidence in the kitchen. Flipping pancakes is one of them. Why? Because I've been making pancakes for the family since I was at least 10 years old, and making bacon on the George Foreman when George Foreman's were popular. Like, no, this is my skill set, is making pancakes. So I pride myself on my pancake making skills and my flip abilities. And again, these are the small things that, you know, that's how you have fun in the kitchen, man. Like, if you want to have fun and you don't want to make it seem like it's some type of task that you got to do because people got to eat, then you got to have fun. And this is my way of having fun. All right, so this bacon, because my husband came in and assisted low-key. It is spiced or seasoned with salt, brown sugar, spices, pumpkin powder, and cultured celery for a touch of sweetness. So, like I said, it's in season for naturally for Thanksgiving or for the fall. And my husband was like, I'll try it. And I said, what? And so I said, you know what? Then we need to get it. If you're going to try it, because he'll try new things, right? But as with anybody, well, as with me, I don't want to try nothing new if I got to spend money on it, because if I'm disappointed, then it's a waste of money to me, and that makes me sad. So I don't like doing that. So hopefully, I don't see why it would be bad, but this is why we're having breakfast, because we also want to try and see how this bacon tastes. Yeah. So that's that. I also butter my pancakes while they're on the flat top. It gives a nice little glossy seal, but also it helps the butter melt into the pancake better. So that's my process. And I really think the next set of the potatoes that are in the bottom shelf are done, so I'm about to bring them out the oven. So let me flip these over to a plate. Give me 1 second. So I have my husband's back helping me, so appreciative. Alright, so these pancakes look wonderful. We will check the bottom. We're going to rock with it. Bottoms look good. And honestly, these look like a set that I would eat. So I would even let the next set sit longer just because, yeah. though it's still a little bit light, but it's cool. It's cool. It's still a delicious pancake. We have learned not to discriminate anymore about the pancake colors. A good pancake is a good pancake. And it's even better when you make it at the house. So you can enjoy it at the house. Alright, we got 3, 4. And see, they be misleading people on these boxes. I told y'all I used what looked to be 2 cups. It was definitely more than a cup and one. It might have actually been 1 2/3. Now that I think about it. Okay, never mind. I'm absolutely about to get 12 pancakes out this batter. Maybe 13, but it's fine. We just won't have extra, but we have extra mix, so that's what matters. And like I said, I'm gonna let these sit. I'm gonna move it off to the side. And we'll let those cook. Again, I'm trying to reserve the heat on my phone or from my phone. Because, you know, technology's crazy, man. Like, oh no, it's overheating. It's like, dog, just chill out. You don't have emotions or feelings. Relax. What are you doing? Or so they say. We're also going to have egg with it, but like I said, I doubt that I'm going to hold y'all through this whole process, seeing as though this one seems to be inching into some time. But content is content. But what I will do is once the potatoes are done, I will show y'all the potatoes, I will show y'all the sausage, I will show y'all the bacon, and then at the end, what I'll do is take a picture like I've done before and make that the screenshot of the video, so that way you can see the final product and you don't have to sit in, you know, potentially sit through a X amount of minute video. Unless you want to. Unless you enjoy hearing my ramblings of stories and whatnots. I do appreciate it. But no, this turkey sausage is absolutely over here cooking exactly how I remember it cooking in this on the skillet when my daddy made it. And he used to make like the Jimmy Dean one, you know, the pork sausage one, but he would get the hot ones. Man, boy, with some grits and some egg, delicious. So
that's like some pumpkin. It smells stuff like pumpkin, actually.
Does it? I can't smell it. Hold on.
Oh, it smells something.
You probably smell the rosemary. Okay, so these are getting more bubbles. So we will now know that these are absolutely a bit darker, because now they're getting to that point where you need to flip. Like, you can actually see the edge already cooking. I don't know how close the camera is, but like if you look around the edge, you see that the edge is dang near cooked, like fully. So now, you know, it's the process of either working more in the middle. You know, you can focus your eye on one pancake and see if you've seen a bubble pop up, and if you want to flip it at that point, you can. But oh, grits. Okay, so like, it's crazy. Grits aren't a northern food either, I don't think. I truly think that's like a southern food. But that was something like, instead of oatmeal, because we used to only eat oatmeal out the packets. Like, that was stationary in the house, in the pantry, was the, oh, those are good. All right, coming through with some hot potatoes. Boy, do you see them? Like, yes! Evenly cooked. Like, and then they still have that fluffiness in them too, because you know how thick they are. So, nah, boy. See the crinkles and whatnot? So yeah, this is exciting. These are the things that make me happy, you guys. So we're speaking about oatmeal. So the oatmeal we used to get was like the pre-packaged oatmeal, like, you know, the Quaker Oats, like the overly sweet ones that, and there's no knock to nobody. Do what you gotta do, but the overly sweet ones, essentially. And my favorite ones was maple brown sugar. So that's what we used to eat growing up. But like on the weekends, they're still not even that dark, but I ain't tripping. On the weekends, we would eat grits sometimes with scrambled eggs and cheese and bacon. And I didn't understand that wasn't like a northern thing. And I would put sugar in my grits. So like, people be like, man, you eat them savory. It's like salt and pepper on them. I'm like, nah, I'm putting sugar on mine because that's how I like to eat them. I used to put sugar on my sweet potato. Like, I was a sugar head, so, and I low-key still am. I'm about to work on this in a minute. But like those are like that was some of the things that we used to eat. So like grits weren't, I don't think, a northern staple. It's absolutely just something that and none of my family is not from the South. So, or my immediate family, my parents aren't from the South, so I don't know where that came from. But let's see, getting there, getting there. Oh no, these are doable. These are definitely doable. So we'll put the butter on them and set them off to the side. I'm about to grab some foil so I can put my husband's in his foil. And keep them warm, like I said. He is definitely a hot pancake lover, which makes sense. You know, syrup starts getting like overly stuck in your pancake, like not stuck, but saturated in the pancakes if it's too cold, and then they get dense. So yeah, a fluffy hot pancake is definitely the way to go. And I guess that's the best reason why you should eat out is because, you know, having to cook and whatnot and get everybody else's, especially if you're cooking for other people, and get everybody else's plate ready, or your kids and get their plates ready, and then you finally get to sit down. It's like, hey, I'm not even hungry actually. So small things. I do understand the plus sides of being able to, you know, or not being able to, but going out to eat. So we got 2, 3, 4, and then we'll slide this off to the side. And then I have another batch for maybe like, honestly, 3.5 more. So we will see. Give me 1 second. Let me close this off so I can retain the heat. And I have my homemade syrup warming up on the back of the stove. If you remember my little dish from the other day. So this is my homemade syrup. Check out my shorts if you need to find the recipe for it. And then we'll do this next set of pancakes, which will be the final set. I'm hoping I can get 3. It's literally looking like 2. 2 or 3. Definitely 2. Too small? Okay. And then numero 2 or numero 2. And then we will, look, I'm going to get a baby, we're going to do like a little Mickey Mouse ear or something out the, out the last one. We're going to use all the filling, batter. Yeah. Like an 1/8 cup. Perfect. Farina only sweet with sugar. See, yeah, okay. I'm glad to know, like, I'm not the only one that's eating like sugar and stuff that probably may or may not have sugar in it. But yeah, sweet things are delicious. All right, and then I want to say, is the sausage done? Okay, so the sausage actually went in the oven to finish off. Like I said, my skillets are very worn skillets, so sometimes they don't get necessarily evenly cooked. So we finish things off in the oven a lot. So the bubbles are popping up more, you see. But not for the little one, but for the big ones. And then we will finish them out. And then these will be the last, literally the perfect size for a kid. I remember getting the okay, funny story about being a kid and eating out. When I was like 12, 13, I had very much so no control over things that I ate. When we would go to like Denny's, I would absolutely order the lumberjack breakfast. And if you know anything about Denny's and the lumberjack breakfast, that's like pancakes, toast, bacon, sausage, eggs, hash browns, and I think a piece of ham, like if I'm not mistaken. So that's what I would eat at that age. And you know, I took it as my dad was just happy that he was able to provide us, like taking us out to eat. So he never really stopped me from eating this amount when we would go to Denny's in particular. So those are like the backstories of my childhood. Then we went to IHOP and I discovered what a steak omelet was at like 16. Yeah, small things, man. Like I absolutely love breakfast, okay? And yes, I absolutely wanted that Denny's experience. I didn't know that was not a thing for kids to just be eating on. Honestly, I had zero concept that, oh no, you should not be eating that as like a 13-year-old child. It's called a lumberjack breakfast for a reason. Are you finna go do some lumberjack work? Nope, I am not. I'm about to go work on the mall with my parents. So yeah, I should not have been eating that amount of food at that age. But it's okay. I'm still here. From what I know, I'm good. We gonna knock on some wood. Um, but yeah, it's just it's funny just not knowing and your parents not really holding you back. Like, nah, do what you do. It's fine. It's like, no, it's really not. This is what leads to like adult health problems and stuff. So, but it's cool. It's cool. I have grown up and I understand more so now than ever the value of food and like the components of food and essentially how you quote unquote should eat versus how you shouldn't eat. I'd still I'm still learning. I still have my cravings, quote unquote. I still am trying. I am overcoming like just not wanting to eat. Period. So I actually applaud myself when I do eat because I'll mess around and I'll go the day without eating, and it's not no. I don't want to say it's quote unquote ED or anything. I guess I gotta be PC with what I'm talking about because I know these are triggering things to some people. So I don't want to say I have that or I had that, but I do understand that it can look as such, but I'm an all or nothing person. If it's gonna be a bunch of empty calories, I don't want to eat it because I feel like I could be eating something better or I could just not eat nothing at all. I'll drink some water. But if I'm getting more nutrient based, then I'll eat, and I might eat 3 or 4 times that day, because I'm like, oh snaps, I got this, I got that, I had that, and it wasn't just a bunch of empty calories. But yeah, it's definitely an all or nothing mentality. It'll be, yep, I'm eating everything or I'm not eating nothing at all. So please don't do like me. Definitely be sure to eat your meals or eat how you feel like you need to eat. But yeah, personal journeys, personal stories. Just a little bit more background on myself and understanding that for me personally, I may have videos up every day or whatnot, but I'm absolutely not in the kitchen cooking meals all day, every day. I will shortcut my way if I can and if I need to, just to save time, effort, headaches, whatever the case is. So yeah, I am not that type that's in here slaving away I'm making my bread from scratch. I am not a bread perfectionist. I love bread. I've yet to figure out or master how to make bread. So I'm not just out here willy-nilly making bread. But there's certain things that I absolutely love that I make and I will not buy it anymore. So like falafel, I love my falafel. I've had it before from a restaurant. It was good. I figured out my own tweaks with it. Love my falafel. I'm never buying it again. My meatballs. I will never buy meatballs again because I like the meatballs that I make, and also because of us not eating pork, you can't really trust. I don't want to say trust. Not everybody has turkey meatballs, so you're either going to have beef with some remnants of pork, and we eat beef, but typically at restaurants it's beef and pork or veal, and I don't even know what veal is to be real with you. But it's a variation. It's some form of combination essentially. So those are things that I like to eat at home. I've I haven't made Mongolian beef on the page, and I haven't made it in some years because the price of beef is crazy. But I make fire Mongolian beef, like overly fire, actually. So, and I mastered that like 6, 7 years ago. But like I will never buy that from the restaurant again. And honestly, to be real, where I'm at, Chinese food is trash. Chicago, hands down, has the best Chinese food compared to where I'm currently at. So I'm not eating it. Like the best thing they got going down here is Panda Express. No offense to Panda, and no offense to anybody that likes Panda, but Panda is definitely more of a fast food esque concept of Chinese food. That's not what I consider it. And to be honest, American Chinese food isn't Chinese food. I'll clear the air with that. But it's a more authentic Asian based style food in Chicago as opposed to here. So, yes. Alright, so I'm going to try and clear this to the side so we can at least see some delicious food in the camera and not, a hot skillet. Because there's nothing on that skillet. So we don't have to ask what's in that skillet. Ha 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 ha. That was bad. It's fine. Okay, so we have our pancakes. I want to say both batches of potatoes are done. Both batches of potatoes are done. The I can show you that. So, potatoes. Honestly, I feel you on the pizza. Pizza, hands down, I could eat dang near every night. But, you know, like growing up, my dad would try and get us takeout, you know, maybe once a week, if not once every other week for sure. So we would switch out between pizza, Chinese food, and I want to say that was it because we didn't really do. Or and like Popeyes, I guess, but like Popeyes would be for like Sundays. I do remember getting like the family meals for Popeyes. So those would be so delicious as a kid. But like that would be what we would switch out between the pizza, Chinese food, and like Popeyes. Very, very, very rare on occasion KFC. So you know, and then if we would go out to eat, that would take place of us ordering out or whatever. So like I said, I really feel like that was something that my dad, it was like a, I don't want to say, ego gets used in such a negative connotation, but I feel like it was a pride thing for him to be able to provide those type of meals for us because that wasn't something that he was able to have when he was younger. Like his mom was making meals for the whole block because they were all impoverished, you know, so it's a different step when you're able to provide for your family and some. So I do understand why he did it. It was absolutely not necessary. He cooked very well, so you know it wasn't necessary. But he also worked very hard. So, oh, that sounds delicious. I've had banana strawberry pancakes before, and they're so good. So, like, I haven't tried caramelized bananas on pancakes, but that sounds like you wouldn't even need any syrup because it would be, like, just the perfect amount of sweetness. All right, sausages. We're going to put them on the plate with the bacon. No, you want to cook them? Okay. Never mind. I'm going to let my husband do his thing because he's doing something. He's hooking me up for me. Say my father took me necessarily. See, yeah, so it's definitely that I would say that age group, that ability to do so, because he wasn't able to do so when he was younger, and I'm greatly appreciative of it because I don't know that, you know, just having that experience is great, you know, and then, but I also remember being conflicted when I was younger. I remember being conflicted when I was younger at having these opportunities versus people who didn't, and you know, I would be very reserved in the things that I did over the weekend. This East Coast says hi, Mr. Skillet.
Hey, Miss East Coast, I ain't said words in a long time, so I'm trying to get my voice together. But I ain't said no words in like, I don't know how long now, an hour or so.
So I want to confirm, is your name Esley? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Esley? Because I don't say people's names because I don't want to say I'm incorrect because all my life I've had my name said incorrectly and it's like a pet peeve of mine. It used to be. But now we're good. I've grown up. Shh. Go in the room. Real quick. The oven's open, baby. So he's giving me a presentation going. But I used to be real reserved about telling like friends and classmates about what I did over the weekend because some of them weren't able to do those things, and I didn't want to be like I'm balling because I wasn't balling, but I was absolutely middle class, and you could tell. So I didn't want to be looked at like Miss Goody Two Shoes, although I absolutely could have been perceived as such for sure. Again, because of my upbringing, because of where I was located in the city, so the small things. These literally remind me of when I was a kid. Okay, this makes me happy. So, you see the sausages, man? So, actually, definitely, if you're going to use the rolls, freeze your sausage prior to, like I said, I had mine in for maybe about an hour, hour and a half before cutting them or slicing it. And it really, if you go back to the first video, you can see how that helped with the slicing of the roll. Naturally, that's an end piece that broke apart, but we got all the scrapings in there. So, thank you. Oh, I forgot. You said breakfast for dinner is like one of your favorite things. Thank you. So this turkey bacon, you can smell the slight remnants of like pumpkin on it, but to be honest, it doesn't smell overpowering. So I'm not upset at that. I'm not mad at that because it probably will complement the syrup that we have anyway. And pumpkin pancakes are good. Like if you like pumpkin bacon is good. I mean pumpkin bacon. I would assume it's good. Pumpkin pancakes are good. Pumpkin muffins are good. So I wouldn't see why this would be bad, especially if you're not overindulging in pumpkin per se. Um, but this is at this very moment what I've prepped on camera for y'all, except for the bacon because my husband came in and did the bacon. But this is what I've prepped so far on the camera. We had our pancakes. That was a box mix pancake mix. We have our potatoes that I hand cut with my handy dandy crinkler. And we have our bacon and our sausage. The sausage being a turkey sausage roll. And the bacon being turkey bacon, hayride special batch, small batch, special batch. So just in time for the fall season. We are quite excited to try them or try everything together. So I'm going to leave y'all here. Hopefully y'all have had y'all dinner, or hopefully this gives you an idea of what you want for dinner. And yeah, we will leave it here. On your way out, if you can give me a like, leave a couple of comments or something to help with the algorithm, I truly appreciate that. I rarely ever say things of that nature. So I truly hope that nobody finds it offensive, because I low-key hate when people do that. On the other end, to be honest with you, like, I do not like when people come in like, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I just got into like the first 5 seconds of the video. I don't know if I necessarily like this video yet. So hopefully what you have seen, you've liked, and you can give me a thumbs up. I've earned it, hopefully. If not, maybe the next one to get it. So hope y'all have a good rest of y'all evening. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a good night, Miss Esley and Mr. Trevor. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one, y'all.